Hey everybody, just want to share a quick little insight from my Study General Conference today. I was listening to the October 1930 General Conference while I was on my run, and James H. Moyle, who is the father of Henry D. Moyle, who was an apostle in the 1940s, was speaking. At this time, James was the mission president of the Eastern States Mission, and he talked about various aspects of the church, and specifically about the fact that with our charitable giving, it's a 100% donation to actual recipient process. And this is something that as members of the church we take for granted sometimes, that when you donate $100 to fast offerings, $100 worth of goods will be given to someone in need. Most organizations have a massive overhead. Some organizations actually have more overhead than they actually have throughput of actually helping other people. I want to say the Red Cross is one of the worst, that it's like 60% of all donations go to cover the administrative aspect of the Red Cross. It may have gotten better in the past couple of years, but I remember there was an article about that recently. Fast offerings is one of the only charities in the world where it's a 1-to-1 ratio. $1 donated, $1 goes to help. And the way they do this is overhead is covered by other church funds. Specifically, and most often, it's tithing funds. Now, this is super important to understand because you have a lot of brain rot, stupid anti who will get upset and be like, the church has $100 billion. This is outrageous. They shouldn't have this, blah, 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 blah. And they'll get frustrated. And you're like, whoa, hold up. Even if the church had the money you say it has, what funds are those? You say that they should be spending this on taking care of the poor and the needy, but if they're tithing funds, then that's not what tithing is for. Tithing is not for taking care of the poor and the needy. Tithing is not. Tithing is for the administration of the church. It's for building chapels. It's for building temples. It's for sending missionaries out. It's for taking care of all the landscaping. It's for taking care of the overhead of our welfare and our humanitarian efforts. Tithing is not for food for the hungry or clothing for the naked. That is fast offerings and the humanitarian fund. It's important to understand this because when you realize that, you realize it's kind of like property tax pays for schools and gas tax pays for roads. It'd be stupid if you were complaining that your city was not spending gas tax on schools and property tax on roads. They're not the same purpose. So when people complain about the church and say, well, the church has all this money saved up, they should be spending it on the poor and the needy, you're like, no, that just shows you literally don't understand anything. Like, it's just like you literally are an idiot. I'm not trying to be rude, but you're an idiot on this subject. And when the people complain about the church's savings, you're just like, no, you really don't understand. The church's fast offerings is a miracle, and it's only possible because of tithing, but they are separate funds for separate purposes.